This is a very short talk on how to have a productive meeting. I have put it into three steps: before the meeting, during the meeting, and after the meeting. So before the meeting, we should ensure that the agenda has been set properly on the meeting invite. The participants, intended participants are there. Set up. So many a times we see that we are fumbling during the meeting because the setup, be it a hardware setup or the software setup, is not proper. Hardware may mean, for example, the network issues. Uh, or for the software, we can say that the presentation is not coming on the full screen, and during the presentation or the meeting somebody interrupts and tells that please make the screen full or visible, or the fonts is very small. So these are various setup. The ambience is another setup. The place where you are sitting is very noisy. So these setups, please ensure that this should be taken care before the meeting. The last and the very important thing is to have the rough sketch of what you desire from the meeting. So this is very important. You should have the goals of the meeting in your mind, that these are the actions or the outcomes which I'm planning to draw from the meeting. Now let's see during the meeting what we have to do. So during the meeting, when you start the meeting, we can say that welcome to the meeting. Thanks for coming on time, and this is the context. Basically, you have to give the context, a very short summary, probably a 30 seconds to 1 minute summary of what was the agenda. And the other thing which can also be done is the ground rules for the meeting. So basically, ground rules means questions. So if this meeting is like a training kind of meeting where a lot of participants are there, then it is always advisable to take the questions in the end. Why? If you don't do that, your flow of the meeting or whatever you have planned, there are very high chances that the meeting gets hijacked by the questions which are coming. Okay, random questions which are coming during the meeting. So ensure that you can ask them to put the questions on the chat window, and as the flow goes, you can answer those questions as well, or ask them to take the questions on the meeting ending, like dedicate some 10 minutes for the questions. For the breaks also, if it is a long meeting, you have to have the breaks also decided beforehand. The other thing is, if in case it's a meeting where you are arriving at some decision and active participation is required, definitely the questions have to be on time, real time. You cannot have the questions in the end. So this is only for a didactic meeting, for a meeting where participants have to say and everybody has a equal footing. There is nothing like you have the meeting in the end. And when you start the meeting, you have to do a participation check, like the mandated participants are there or not. So you can, if you're not sure, you can ask the group that from our side everybody is present. Is there anybody who is missing from XYZ team? Should we be waiting, or is it good that we start? So that mandatory participants check is a mandatory thing to do. And if uh, you you are conducting the meeting, it is always advisable to have your video enabled. So when you are giving the context from then till the meeting ends, your video should be enabled. This is very mandatory if you are the anchor for the meeting. And yeah, so if it's a training or something where people participation is important and they are not voluntarily participating, then you have to encourage. Do you have any question? Take the names, ask them on some key topic which you have just explained, that what is your understanding, Mr. XYZ, what is your understanding? So that is to help you encourage the participation and ensure that the learning has been made on what you are talking. Okay, and because you have set the context, you have done the preparation, you already know that which topic should take how much time, and you have to ensure that you respect the time, because everybody in the time in the meeting has their own calendar, and they have their own timeline, times and commitments to meet. So you have to stick to the time limit. So that's very important. And in the end, like, this is the most important thing in the meeting. Like in the previous meeting, previous step we had, before the meeting, we were saying that it is very important to have a rough sketch of the outcome you desire. So here it is very important to summarize, okay, that these are the actions and these are the action owners. Take 2 minutes but have this thing distinctly spoken, verbalize this thing, that these are the actions and these are the action owners. Okay. And if possible, you give a time also, that I would request, or I mean agree on a time, that this should take 3 days, this should be done by the end of the week, something like that should be clearly articulated. Okay. The Then this meeting is over. The final thing is, once the meeting ends, we all do this, we have to send the minutes, that these are the things we discussed. And important thing is that we have to send the action and action owners. If some timelines are decided, then we have to mention that these are the time by which this action should be closed. Okay. Now I'll give you a very, very you know important thing to follow during a meeting. This is coming from the agile principles, agile management. So the rule of 2 feet. Basically, this is very, very important thing. So this the idea is that meeting should always be engaging, and it should be valuable to the participants. So what it means? It means that if someone finds that they are not contributing to the meeting, then they are encouraged to use their 2 feet and leave to the place where they can be more productive. So this is something agile teams follow. If they are not contributing to the meeting, they will not be participating in the meeting. So this helps to promote active participation, encourage self-reflection. Self-reflection in the way that people know that, okay, I'm there, I'm listening, I'm gaining something, I'm participating, I'm giving something for others to gain. If not, then I'm leaving the meeting. It improves the overall efficiency and effectiveness of meeting. So this is a trivia, and thank you very much.